Today I want to talk to you about something fun and an adventure I went on this year. How playing fantasy football reminded me to get uncomfortable and how important that is as a leader. It's really easy in leaderships, even for unconventional leaders, to get comfortable in their leading. And sometimes, well, actually, a lot of the time, we need to be reminded it's okay to be uncomfortable. And it will definitely scare your team, but that's no reason to not do it. And that's definitely no reason to slow down. So there's a few key points I have in my entire article. I highly recommend you read it. It's pretty darn funny, and it talks about my adventures in my first year of playing fantasy football. So, number one, learning new things can be fun and no stress. Remember that thing you used to do as a kid called play? Yeah, that's what it felt like this year. Like I was just playing. The outcomes didn't matter. There was nothing tied to it. I could just play. And by playing in that area, I was able to pull that into my business, and it was wonderful. And I see that a lot in my clients. They have forgotten how to play. So this was a great reminder of that. Number two, fresh eyes often beat those of the "this is how it's done." Something I don't worry too much about with my unconventional leaders and my different thinking clients I coach, but it can happen where we get really comfortable with a particular way something is being done, and maybe we're missing out. So listen when you have fresh eyes giving you feedback. Number three, not having most of the answers is okay. And if you have the end in mind. So it is okay to not know everything, especially if you know where you're targeting and what you're trying to make happen. So often, I definitely see this, and it's interesting. I don't see it in unconventional, different thinkers when they're young. I see it after they've gone through the school systems, and after they've come out of that, they become weary of their instincts. They become weary of those skills that they had as a child that they were taught to question. And so I'm always encouraging, more than likely, you know a whole lot more than most people do. And so it's okay for you to take a step forward because you probably have the end in mind. Number four, low risk is permission to take calculated risks. Because there was no major risk, I couldn't help but be all about managing to take more risks, to be like, wow, why not try this player? Hey, let's see if this works. I'm going to sit this guy out on the bench, and it might not work. And a couple times it did not. And a few times it totally paid off. It was awesome. Number five, from week one, injuries, reassessment, and hidden talent. It reminded me as a coach and as a leader, where is the hidden gold in my team? Am I looking at all of their strengths? Am I looking at their statistics? Am I paying attention to what they're bringing to the plate? And am I using all of that? Because all of a sudden I was looking at every other things in the world that way. It was very helpful. Number six, it was just business 101. Start, adjust, adapt, move forward, repeat the whole thing, right? Start, adjust, adapt, move forward, repeat. It's that simple. Don't overthink it. Number seven, stop being myopic in your view, meaning getting really tunnel visioned about things. Look at the whole picture. Because my fantasy football team was not one team, it was players from multiple teams in multiple, obviously, positions. I was always paying attention to how it got me to pay attention to how other players were doing and to stay broader. Maybe a quarterback went down. Well, that meant more than likely there might be shifts in how their running backs were doing and how the wide receivers and tight ends were scoring. And maybe there was a new person on the bench that was going to be coming up that would be more a greater strength and an asset, one I might want on my team. So I'd maybe want to grab them sooner than later. Number eight, the results are what counts. So each week wasn't perfect, but the end, again, staying focused on that end game. The results of your actions are what counts. Number 9, trust your skills and your strengths. For me, one of my strengths is pattern recognition. It didn't matter that I didn't understand fantasy football. It didn't matter that when I started the season, I really didn't understand the difference between a running back and a receiver. Okay, I didn't understand the difference from most people outside of the quarterback and the center. I'll be honest, I understood the defense and the offense, but I didn't really understand all of those positions. I can now tell you I know a lot more than I did when I started. And number 10, this is the unconventional leader reminder. Nobody wins the Super Bowl. Nobody wins the Super Bowl playing it safe. Meaning, if you are finding yourself in a bit of a rut, when you used to be so more bold, such a bigger thinker, so more engaged, you might be stuck in a rut. And it is probably time to get somebody to give you a good, swift push. And that is what I do. I am an unconventional and international neurodiversity coach. I help those people that think outside of the box continue to grow, flourish, and expand in incredible ways. My name is Joy Gina. It has been a pleasure to hang out with you. I highly recommend you check out the whole article. There's some fun stories, even ones about mosquitoes, because hey, what can I say? I'm from Minnesota. Bye now.